Hi y'all. So I just wanted to hop on real quick. I'm sure everybody's really busy. I've got chicken in the crock pot, my verde chicken that I'm going to make into enchiladas, and then I've got chicken on the stove that I've boiled. My husband has requested Mexican chicken, the kind that his mom used to make, and his mom has been gone for a long time. So we're going to have a Mexican dinner tonight, and all the kids are on their way. So I just prepped 4 dinners. I've got just had a crazy weekend. We've had a wedding and pickleball and everything else that goes along with it in Costco. So here's what I did. And first, I used some cheats, shortcuts, hacks, whatever you want to call it. I don't mind. I love to use fresh ingredients. I'm all about fresh, but sometimes you need convenience. And so I love having this instead of peeling and grating ginger. I use this. But if you want, you can peel and grate your ginger. I used almost a whole bag of the chopped onions. I used a whole bag of these peppers and onions, and I'll show you where I use these in these bags. And my tip is, if you buy the generic, because one, it's cheaper, but two, one of my Berkshires are Super 1. I don't know what y'all have in your area. I know Berkshire's is kind of, I don't know if it's just a Texas thing or an East Texas or whatever, but they will have these on sale for like 4 for $10 and stuff like that. So I try and buy onions, I try to buy the seasoning blend, and then I'll buy the pepper and onion blend. Again, fresh is great. But this has helped me get all this stuff done and get in and out of the kitchen without spending all day in here. And I like my bell peppers cooked. I do not want a crunchy bell pepper because I'm just weird. And then another cheat I'm going to do for today, as soon as I finish this, I'm going to get the oven on and I'm going to make these blueberry muffins. That is going to be part of my breakfast this week. And again, I'm getting up at like 3 to 3:30 tomorrow, so I just need to get everything prepped as possible before my kids get here tonight. So I prepped 4 crock pot dinners. 2 are pork. One might end up being a THM crossover, and I don't care about that right now. It's not that big of a crossover, in my opinion. Hi, Joni. And what I did to save money and I don't know, maybe time, I bought a pork one. You know, one of the big, long guys. I think it was 8 point something pounds. So my goal was 2 pounds per bag. I didn't measure. I was trying to hurry. So I've got 2. I meant to show y'all. I got 2 pounds already in freezer bags with pork loin on it. So then when I come and make some of these dinners, I've already got 2 in the freezer. And I'll show you what I did with a completely frozen pork beef roast. So one of the meals I'm going to make this week is pineapple pork. If you don't eat pork, and I know that there are people who do not eat pork, use chicken. And this might even work with beef, possibly. And if you want, you can be a very good cook and remove all of that. But again, I don't have time today. I'm in a big rush. So I've got in here, I've got pineapples, seasonings, and what I did, I don't know if I took a picture or not. I meant to. I put everything in here minus the pineapples and onions, like all the seasonings and the pineapple juice and everything, and squished that around. Added the pork, and I used the rest of what I didn't put in the beef fajitas. I put that, what was left, in here. Obviously, you can leave out what you want, add more of what you want. This has got the ginger, it's got Bragg's, it's got brown swerve. Super fast, convenient, ready to go. White chicken chili. So I have a chicken chili one on my blog, but it is more of an S. So what I've done with this is I went to the store and bought I don't remember, I guess 4 point something pound thing of chicken. So I got 2 in a pot on the stove for the Mexican chicken, and then I put 2 in here for this. So I've got chicken, the typical seasonings that I use in everything: salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, smoked paprika, some chili powder in here. I've got some frozen, a half of a thing of frozen corn, 2 cans of, I think it's white navy beans, and then 2 cans of green chilies. So what I plan on doing is adding some broth, letting this cook, shredding it, and I plan on adding cauliflower. And then you can also, another trick I've heard of is cauliflower, green beans, and okra are 3 things you can add to get vegetables into your soups and things like that without the texture being there and your kids not knowing. And the thing about, if you use okra and green beans in this is already kind of a white greenish type of soup. So I do have my frozen okra, I've got canned green beans, and then I've also got my frozen cauliflower. I haven't decided if I'm going to like cook with the soup or like microwave it, add some broth to the blender, blend it up, and put it back. And that will also help as a thickener. It'll help it kind of become more chili chowder, more than just like a thin soup base. So dumped all that in here. My second pork is going to be barbecue pork. Now, you can just go to the store, buy whatever sugar-free barbecue sauce you like, or make your own. I've made my own, but it just takes so much time. But what I did is I cheated and didn't cheat. I did add the pre-cut onions instead of, I wanted to brown it and cook up the onions, but I don't have time today, so we'll see how it turns out. I kind of souped up, per se, the barbecue sauce. I added some brown swerve, some Worcestershire, I have no, Worcestershire sounds the best to me. I've not figured out how to say that. Some garlic, smoked paprika, just kind of add some extra to that barbecue sauce. I find that store-bought barbecue sauce does have some sort of this is sugar-free taste to it. So I'm hoping that makes this taste better. And then finally, I put straight from the freezer a beef roast that I just got out and put in here. So I've got a completely frozen beef roast in here. And then I cheated, whatever you want to call this, with the beef and onion strips. And I used almost the whole bag, and I put the rest in the pineapple pork bag. So I've got in here all the seasonings that I would add to Mexican food: chili powder, cumin, smoked paprika, green garlic powder, onion powder, salt and pepper, just the generic type flavors, and then some garlic, and then these, and then I'm going to add a tiny bit of broth, and then let this cook, and then I'll go from there and see if it needs extra things. So these 4 recipes for me are all new. Now obviously the white chicken chili, it's not new because I have a low carb version on my blog, but by adding the corn, I thought it would be interesting to try and go the more E route for carbs. Anyway, all super easy crock pot recipes, dump and go. I literally dumped everything in here minus the pork. I had to cut it. And then another tip besides using things like this, if you want, if you want to cut yours from fresh, that is perfect as well. But I will store these in this tote in my fridge so that they're just going to sit there until it's time for me to use them this week. Most likely the fajitas might be last just because it is frozen, and these were bought fresh yesterday. I think it was yesterday. But if you have any questions or anything, I just thought meal prepping like this saves my sanity, especially when we have busy weeks, and like we had a crazy busy weekend. I don't have my breakfast or lunches prepped yet. I've got to hurry and get that done and get dinner made for tonight before everybody gets here. But I thought I would just hop on as fast as possible and kind of show, especially if you're new and you weren't here last time that I did this, how I do this, how I cheat, or I don't know if you want to call it cheat, but I don't have time to sit here, especially if I'm doing 2 sets of recipes, I'm doing 4 of each, that's 8. I don't have time to chop enough onions for 8 dinners. So that's my tip. But if you want to do 8 onions for 8 dinners or whatever we're making, you go right ahead. I need to save time when I can. That is it. I will get this video uploaded as soon as I can. Again, if you have thoughts or questions, please feel free to ask or share or whatever. I've got to get going with my breakfast and lunches and get dinner made for the family tonight. Thanks for watching.